G'day guys, and welcome to World of Tanks with the Magnificent Margon. Now the reason I'm showing this one off today is it's mostly because of XVM. Now we look at XVM. XVM has told me that it's going to be a 65% chance to win. Now I'm starting to see time and time again people going, no, noob team, blah blah blah, blee blee blee, and all the other mumbo jumbo crap that gets involved with tanks. And it's starting to get quite big. And I'm only doing this to discourage you from, well, following the stupidity of people. Don't give up so early. Just because you might see red players, you might see orange players, as you can see in my XVM, or you might see some greens or blues or whatever you set your XVM up to do. It's not about that. It's about actually playing the game to how you know your tanks are. Now, I've played over 5,000 battles now. That's a pretty fluky shot there. That was just me taking a pot shot as I crossed there. Now you can't do shit like that randomly. It's next to impossible to do. That comes down to your cruise skills and things like that, and how you've designed your tanks to be able to do things. Now a lot of my tanks are set up pretty well identical, and a lot of my cruise skills are set up identically, purely because I love to be able to do things like that. Kaz always finds it amusing how I can be just driving along the country road and then just go boom and hit a target. Now it could come down to the fact that a lot of the time I train my crews in smooth ride and in that was just unlucky. What's the other one? Smooth ride and the gun rotating one. What the hell is it called? For the mind blank. Snapshot. And I regularly try to set my crews up with that. It just helps out with keeping the accuracy of the guns at their peak at all times. And I learnt that early on, particularly with the British tanks. Now the British tanks, they're pretty decent tanks. They're not too shabby either. I didn't realise this 8.8 had actually pushed up beside me. Once I worked out he had, I really thought, crap, I better support this guy. So I come up here, take the shot from the T29, try to draw his attention, but it's not working very well. But that's okay, he's been taken out. I pop out. Next target, take on the Conqueror. I know the weak points of the Conqueror. I've had one myself at the lower panel, except I seem to have not planted that one, so that's right. It could have been angling, he could have actually done something right. I've had a few lucky shots like that. Tiger 2 up the end there with his ass facing me, playing a good shot into him. And it's not looking too bad, 8 for 8. This 8.8 now, I wanted to try and protect him as much as I could. That's why I sort of thought, in this moment in time, I need to be the one taking the lead. I don't have the engine power at the moment. I haven't upgraded the engine on this. I've only really, as you can see, I'm working on towards upgrading the turret on this thing. Now the turret of late has let me down. Once you work out that the tank's got the Tiger 2 turret, it makes it hard. And it's a pity that Waffenträger, the Borsig, sorry. Is it Borsig? No, it is a Waffenträger. I was right the first time. Didn't actually shoot me. I was really hoping, that's the Borsig there, hoping he would shoot me, not the 8.8. Saw the 8.8 and went for him. Now I've actually ignored there is a tank behind me, which is the VK28. and decided to focus purely onto these guys. Now that was a good shot. Where'd that go in? I never actually checked. Just on that lower panel there, and he actually damaged my motor. And time again I'm finding that there's another one and he's actually really damaged it. Hit the repair kit and thought we got to really apply pressure on this, and we got to side scrape, and we've got to do everything right now to take these guys down. All of a sudden I have checked, it's about now I've checked and gone, where's my team going? Why has everyone fallen? And it's in this moment, it's a Centurion, plant one good one to him. Now I realise that the Borsig has come behind me, so I've actually turned my tank around in anticipation, knowing that that's what he's going to be doing. Now I know he can penetrate me, and there he is. I don't know why I turned back then. That was really silly of me. I think I got a little bit discomplacent. I thought, oh, he hasn't popped up, he should have popped up by now, and he hadn't, so I thought maybe he's doubled back to trick me. Now, the VK over there, 28, is firing HEs, which is fair enough. It's probably the only thing he's got that can actually penetrate me. What have we got popping out now? That's the other E75. Now, I know for a fact I'm going to have trouble. I've still only got the tier 9 gun. I know the Borsig's going to come up behind me there. I'm ready for him. There he is. And because my camera, not my camera, the arc there was facing the wrong position whatsoever, it cost me that shot there. I just mounted straight in the ground thinking, oh yeah, I've aimed it in position, I've hit the shift button to zoom in, and it's really cost me just then. And this was a real pity. Now, as I said earlier in the match, XVM said this was a 65% win rate. I'm not saying that my team was crap. Like, we got some pretty good experienced players overall on the team. The other team, yeah, they're average. They haven't got as many battles under their belt. Shit, someone went the 110 with the 32,000 battles under his belt. That's impressive. That's well committed. Like, I've only done 5,000. I've been playing for 6 months. So 6 5s. Well, hang on, let's try and work that out. If I'm doing, well, I've done 5,000 in 6 months. To get 30, 5 goes into 6. So that's so for every 6 months he's done to get 5,000. That's 5 of those. So he's done 30 odd months. So that's 2.5 years, nearly as long as the server's been. Well, probably longer than what the server's been operating. But remember, he's probably played a lot more battles than me, and things like that. Now, it's a pity I didn't learn that shot on the Borsig. It was disappointing, but like, I've done 2,600 damage. I've not been as successful as I thought it would be. Now, the E75 is a tough tank. As I said, the lower panel on this tank is the right place to hit. It's actually probably the best place to hit. Now, the Tiger 2 turret, well, you all know where the weak point is. Tiger 2, just on this side of the gun. The other side's not as open, but the right hand side is. And of course the cup hold. Now, I haven't got the upgraded turret yet. I'm still working towards it on my E75, but from knowing what I have seen of it, it is a pretty impressive turret. There's not much of a weak point on it, just because of the way it's designed. So it is a pity the way the battle turned out, but once again, don't follow XVM. I'm sure the other team was sitting there saying, oh, noob team, lots of tomatoes and things like that. They actually won, and it may have been the fact that their players. Now let's have a look. The E75, he's only done 4K, so he's probably done as many battles as I have. Tiger's on 6 and the Chiri's on 11. I'm going to take into consideration the Borsig, player, wherever he is. Let's have a look. Borsig player down here. What's it say? 6,000 battles. So he's not too bad. And the Waffenträger of Panzer, was he 8,000? So yeah, all in all, they may be tomato players in their team, but they've actually done pretty good, and it's sort of paid off. And it's about how you play your tank. You could just have a shit game and not do anything, or you can have a brilliant game and do a heap, and still lose. And that's the way it goes. That's the fairness of tanks, really. Sometimes you can have some bad luck and just get loss after loss after loss, and sometimes you can just get win after win after win. I thought this was going to be a losing day. Turned around and I got a few good wins in the end. So that's it for me. Just a quick one. I haven't had a lot of time to sit down lately. I was going to do something different, but there's a mini waffle pan this evening, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to show this because I really want people to take more consideration when they're sitting there and whinging about XVM. And, well, not whinging about XVM, but whinging about Matchmaker. A matchmaking program is a computer. We've got to understand that it's got flaws. And it's not going to get everything perfect. It can't. It's designed to make the battles balance the best of its abilities under the parameters that have been laid down by the wargaming designers. So it's not its fault that it puts tomatoes in a battle. It just sees the tank, it knows the tank, what its potential could be for the tank, and it just allocates it depending upon those circumstances. And that's the way you got to look at it. So yeah, outside of that, guys, I think that's pretty well covered my little bit of a gripe lately. I've seen this isn't a battle where people have whinged because I've been on a strong team, as people would say. If it was on the other team, I'm sure someone would have whinged, oh, I've got tomato players again, or failed team, or something like that. It gets really annoying and silly. Just play the game. Play the game to the best of your abilities. Okay, we're not playing for sheep stations. You want to play for sheep stations, take up team company battles. Take up teams in general. To make your own teams that you want to be an elite team against, and take the people you know. If you can't do that, join a clan. Be part of the clan. I'm sure once you get in the clan, you can do stuff. And clans do change the dynamics of the game these days a little bit more. I'm not part of a clan. I don't need a clan. I'm only here just to have fun and show battles and review tanks and things like that, and show my battles. So guys, don't believe XVM every time. I've shown you battles where I've won off XVM being bad. I've now shown you, probably this is my first one, I'd say, where XVM said I was going to win, but we lost, and it could have been just a number of different factors. So on that note, guys, happy hunting, and I'll catch you on that battlefield.